Life happens fast, and in an instant, disaster could strike. When the choices you make mean the difference between life and death, what would you do? Put yourself to the test and see if you have what it takes to stay alive. Would you do or die? Colorado, the earth is burning. In the foothills of Pikes Peak, a wildfire incinerates 29 square miles of forest and destroys hundreds of homes. But for the residents of Manitou Springs, one of the worst effects won't be felt until 13 months later. Torrential rains soak the burn area, and before long, the charred soil gives way. A mudslide thunders down the mountain, flooding the roads and catching drivers off guard. Some are immediately picked up and washed away.
Wow.
But 70-year-old Glenn Dotson's car stays in place. For now, he's trapped. Put yourself in Glenn's place.
Is this regarding the mudslide?
Yes, there's a person getting out of their car.
No, 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 no!
What would you do? A. Stay in your car and fasten your seatbelt. B. Steer your car into an embankment to keep it anchored in place. Or C. Abandon your car and run for high ground. Here's what you should consider. You're in your car, surrounded by a raging mudslide, and in danger of being swept to your death. This surging river of rock, earth, and debris is what experts call a mass movement. Gravity pulls this deadly slurry down steep hills at up to 30 miles per hour. As it's channeled into the narrow highway, it continues to pick up debris, gaining enough size and momentum to uproot trees, unearth boulders, and pick up a car like it's a leaf in a gutter.
Oh my God.
If you want to rise above this epic disaster, you'll have to think fast. Make your choice. A. B. Or C. So, what would you do? If you're afraid your car is about to be washed away, you might be tempted to abandon it and make a run for high ground. It only takes 8 inches of moving water to break your car's contact with the road.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So your instincts to escape aren't wrong, but your timing may be. Because once this flood reaches ankle height, or just 6 inches, it's moving with enough power to knock you off your feet. And it's not just water you're falling into. As the flow grinds down the mountain, it digs up tons of earth, taking on the consistency of wet cement. If you get swept up, you're in just as much danger of being pummeled by fast-moving debris as you are drowning. So if running for it could get you run over, maybe the thing to do is steer your car into an embankment to keep it anchored in place. Especially since you now know it only takes 8 inches to turn your car into an uncontrollable boat.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Our car is totaled.
But even if you can wedge your ride against an embankment, all that eroded earth and debris could pile up on top of your car, or even inside it. And the mud could continue to build up until you are entombed. But that's only if you don't get rocked first. Barreling down the steep hill, the mudslide can dislodge large rocks. And a boulder falling from above has the potential to crush a car like a tin can. Choose to anchor in place, and you're giving in to fate. So what should you do? The only surefire way to avoid this catastrophe is to get away before it happens. But since that's not an option,
No.
your best chance at surviving this mud flow is to stay where you are and buckle up. Right now, the frictional bond between your tires and what's left of the road seems to be holding.
Don't get out of your car.
And that's the best position you can be in. By staying in your car, you'll be protected from chunks of floating debris. And if your car does begin to float, being strapped in will keep you from being thrashed around in the cab.
Oh my god.
If you're lucky, you'll be able to ride it out until the flow recedes. But these steps are no guarantee. Experts maintain the most important thing to remember in this situation is to observe, evaluate, and act. If your car does begin to fill with mud, or you're in imminent danger of being slammed by debris, the best thing may be to try your luck running for high ground. Fearing he was in danger,
What is he doing?
Glenn Dotson chose to leave his car,
Get back in your car.
but it nearly cost him his life.
Oh God, don't get out of your car. Oh no, 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 no.
He's immediately swept off his feet. Luckily, another bystander catches him downstream, and he survives. Mudslides are killers. If one is headed your way, immediately get to high ground. But if you're caught off guard, like the people of Manitou Springs, stay in your car, buckle up, and be ready to act. That's your best chance of escaping the surge.